Isagi Yoichi is Blue Lock's Demon King. He finished the Neo-Egoist League with 4 wins, 4 goals, and some of the coldest trash talks you'll ever see in anime. But Isagi is not the only overpowered soccer player in all of anime. And we're not just talking about Blue Lock. So hold on tight, because starting with Isagi Yoichi, I'll introduce you to anime's most overpowered soccer players within just a few minutes. Now, Isagi didn't kick things off as Blue Lock's golden boy. During his first training with Bastard München, he ranked 21st. Yeah, that's even below Igarashi. And when they played against FC Barca, he wasn't even a starter. He only got subbed in because he scored the winning goal against Japan U20, and Noah had a contract clause for it. Basically, it's fan service. But here's what separates Isagi from the rest. He evolves faster than anyone. He called himself the genius of adaptability, but during the Neo-Egoist League, he realized that wasn't true. He's not a genius like Rin or Shido. His strength comes from constantly breaking himself down and building himself back up stronger every time. That's what Ego calls a talented learner. Isagi picked Bastard München because of how much he respected Noah. He saw it as the perfect place to push his limits, so he got to work. He asked for advice, studied his weaknesses, learned from the best, and improved his weapons. He created a lefty direct shot, upgraded it to a 2-stage version, and then combined it with Nagi's juggling shot to invent the 2-gun direct volley. That respect for Noah even evolved into a challenge. I mean, Isagi just goes ahead and tells Noah that he will bring a logic that will crush him. And that's on live TV. His strongest weapon is Metavision, a super sharp awareness of the field that lets him read every movement and plan out winning plays. And he didn't stop there. He unlocked Awakened Metavision, where he treats himself as nothing more than a tool to win. He stops caring about his rivals or emotions, just pure focus on victory. That mindset leads to one of the biggest plays of the arc. Against Paris X-Jin, Isagi teams up with Kaiser in a logical partnership. They work together, crush the geniuses, and end the match with a win. When Ness makes a pass, Kaiser misses it, but Isagi doesn't, because he saw Ness as an equal tool, read the play, and nailed the game-winning goal. Their duo ends there, but Isagi keeps evolving. He finished the Neo-Egoist League tied with Rin at the top, with 4 wins and a 240 million yen salary bid. Blue Lock's final rankings officially crown him the Demon King. Itoshi Rin is Blue Lock's #1 striker, and not just because of his ranking. Right now, he and Isagi are tied with the highest bid in the Neo-Egoist League at 240 million yen. He scored a ton of goals and even pulled off a hat trick, and it's clear the world wants him and Isagi to be rivals. And honestly, who wouldn't? From the start, Rin was already a prodigy. As a kid, he could enter the flow without even knowing what it was. He'd be drooling, smashing toys, and scaring other kids with how intense he got when focused. While most kids looked up to the hero on TV, Rin admired the villain, the one who fought the hero to the very end, even if it meant self-destruction. That mindset shaped him into a player who's not just about winning. This genius wants to destroy. He plays to crush his enemies and outplay the shadow of his older brother, Sei. At one point, Rin had a free shot on a goal, but he didn't take it. That's because he thinks it wasn't enough to beat his brother. That's how deep his obsession runs. This destructive drive is what leads to his Berserker Eyes, also called Destroyer Mode. It's a twisted version of flow that kicks in when he's under pressure and dead set on tearing down someone stronger. And right now, that someone is Isagi. You see, losing to Isagi during the U20 match destroyed him. Not only did Rin miss the winning goal, but Sei, his own brother, acknowledged Isagi instead. That was the moment Rin decided he's going to crush Isagi no matter what. In the Neo-Egoist League, Paris X-Jin builds an entire offense system around Rin as the main striker, and he evolves into something completely different from the Rin we saw during U20. His speed, technique, and vision all got a massive boost. Even his signature curve shot levels up into a spinning mid-range shot, and his upgrades don't stop on offense. During the match against Bastard München, Rin unlocks Predator Eyes, but in a way no one really expected. This technique is normally used by strikers when they're locked in a duel with a goalkeeper, tunnel visioning straight to the goal. But Rin? He uses it on defense. Instead of aiming for the net, he locks onto Isagi and Kaiser's duo play. He tracks Isagi inside a 4-meter radius like a shadow, reads his movements, and hunts him down like a wild predator. It's one of the coldest defensive mutations we've seen in Blue Lock. Michael Kaiser was Bastard München's main striker. Well, until the Blue Lock guys showed up and took that from him. Before the Neo-Egoist League, the whole team was built around him. And it made sense. He's one of the new generation World 11. He's got top-tier skills, natural talent, and his signature move, the Kaiser Impact, which might just be the deadliest shot in Blue Lock. This move channels all of his power into a smooth, fast, right-footed strike. It's so quick, even Noel Noa, the best striker in the world, admits Kaiser swings faster than him. We're talking about what might be the fastest shot on the planet. The thing is, Kaiser isn't some natural-born monster. He's not overflowing with freakish physical ability. Like Isagi, he's a brainy striker who sharpened his skills through logic and strategy. His Kaiser Impact also has a supercharged version called the Kaiser Impact Magnus. This upgraded shot adds a wild curve that makes it look like a miss until the ball spins right into the goal. It's tough to pull off in a real match and needs the right setup. So far, only Kyora's pass has made it possible. Kaiser's eyes are just as sharp as his shots. He switches between Predator eyes to laser focus on scoring chances and Metavision, which gives him a full read of the field. That combo lets him intercept plays, set up chances, and always be in the right place, even score goals at moments when it looks like all his shooting courses are blocked. But as Bastard Munchkin evolved, so did the rivalry between Kaiser and Isagi. You see, Noah intentionally ignited their tension, knowing that Isagi's rivalry with Kaiser would awaken Kaiser as a player. Because when this guy awakens, Noah expects him to be the next threat to his throne. In the beginning, Kaiser was all about crushing people with pure malice. He fueled himself with hate and thought being the best was the only way to matter. But during the Paris X-Gen match, he had a breakthrough. Kaiser realized he doesn't thrive with total freedom. He's actually at his best when he's being restricted and challenged. To grow, he had to ditch his ego. He asked Raichi and even Kunigami for help with a quiet please. That moment was huge. Kaiser dropped the act, reset his mindset, and rebuilt himself. He even dropped the rivalry with Isagi and started teaming up with him as another talented learner. But that decision came back to haunt him. Kaiser agreed to work with Isagi, and the duo looked deadly. Kaiser himself enjoyed how euphoric it was, but deep down, Kaiser still saw Ness as useless, and that blinded him. He couldn't read Ness's past the way Isagi did, and just like that, Kaiser got completely devoured. Julian Loki is the 17-year-old prodigy leading Paris X-Gen in the Neo-Egoist League, and he's already one of the most dangerous strikers in the world. People call him the Prodigy or the Divine Sprinter for a reason. His speed is completely unreal, and it makes Chigiri and Zontetsu look like they're jogging. Glazing aside, Loki first appeared on Team World 5 as a polite yet fearless teenager. Even Noel Noa, who's not intimidated by players like Chris or Lavigno, openly admit that Loki is the one talent who threatens him the most. That says everything you need to know. His biggest weapon is his godlike speed. With moves like God Sprint or God Warp, Loki can tear across the field in the blink of an eye. He's so fast that even Isagi's Metavision becomes useless. Planning? Strategy? Doesn't matter. Loki moves faster than logic itself. He can even stop a Kaiser Impact mid-air, and players like Raichi, Hiyori, and Isagi can't do a thing to stop him. He breaks through defenses like nothing. It even stops goals just by popping up exactly where he needs to be. And when his eyes flip into that inverted look, it's basically a warning that he's about to vanish past defenders. But even though he leads the Paris X-Gen, Loki isn't really trying to teach anyone genuinely for their own good. He's not out to coach the Blue Lock players. His real goal is to push Charles Chevalier to evolve. Loki believes Charles has the potential to become a world-class playmaker. And once that happens, Loki thinks he can team up with him and beat even Noah to become the #1 striker. He doesn't care about beating Bastard Munchkin or winning the match. He's only focused on lighting that spark in Charles, and he's using Blue Lock to make it happen. Tsubasa Ozora is the heart of Captain Tsubasa and is easily one of the most legendary characters in sports anime. From the moment he could walk, it felt like football was a part of him. And no joke, when he was just a baby, a football actually saved his life by softening the blow from a truck. Since then, the ball's been his best friend. Tsubasa plays primarily as an attacking midfielder and occasionally as a forward. His greatest strength is his game sense and vision. More than just a flashy dribbler or shooter, he sees the entire field, anticipates movements, and builds plays like a Metavision user. Throughout his youth career in Japan, Tsubasa led Nankatsu to multiple national championships. Skill-wise, Tsubasa is on another level. His drive shot drops sharply mid-air and throws keepers off, while his cyclone shot adds a wild spinning twist. He also pulls off crazy duo moves with teammates, especially his partner in crime, Taro Misaki. In fact, their twin shot, where they both kick the ball at once, is one of the most iconic plays in the series. But what defines Tsubasa even more than his skills is his mentality. He's ultra competitive, but stays humble. He pushes through injuries, trains relentlessly, and is always aiming to reach new heights. After dominating Japan, he moved to Brazil to play for Sao Paulo, facing top-tier talent and continuing to grow. Later, he signed up with FC Barcelona, called Catalunya in the anime, and took on the Spanish league. On the world stage, Tsubasa leads Japan's youth teams to win after win. His rivalries with players like Kojiro Hyuga, Karl-Heinz Schneider, and Carlos Santana keeps him sharp, both physically and mentally. Tsubasa plays for the love of football. Not for fame, not for ego, just pure passion. Yeah, Blue Lockers could learn a thing or two from him. Genzo Wakabayashi isn't just a goalkeeper. This guy is a wall, a legend, and arguably the most iconic shot stopper in anime history. As one of the main stars in Captain Tsubasa, Wakabayashi is known for his crazy fast reflexes, sharp football brain, and his non-stop drive to be the best goalkeeper in the world. He started out as a prodigy in Japan. And get this, he once went 3 whole years in elementary school matches without letting in a single goal. Yeah, that's not normal. From day one, it was clear this guy was built differently. While a lot of characters stick to their home turf for long, Wakabayashi took his skills overseas. He moved to Germany, joined Hamburg SV's youth squad, and even leveled up again by playing for FC Grunwald. What makes Wakabayashi truly elite isn't just his athletic ability. His positioning is perfect. His reflexes are basically psychic, and his hands are so strong he can swat away shots other goalkeepers wouldn't even react to. He's also got insane diving skills and pulls off highlight reel saves like it's nothing. And when it comes to long-range shots, he reads the ball and gets there before most people even realize it was a shot. On top of his high-level football IQ, Wakabayashi is a bit analytical too. He studies his opponent's habits, anticipates attacks, and often leads the defense. He's also shown the rare ability to perform one-handed saves, mid-air deflections, and stop twin shots from powerful duos like Tsubasa and Hyuga. In international games, Wakabayashi shows up big. Whether it's the Junior Youth World Cup or later tournaments, he's always Japan's last line of defense, and usually the best player on the pitch. Even top strikers like Germany's Karl-Heinz Schneider or Francis Pierre have a hard time getting past him. He's a world-class keeper with clutch saves that change the game. One of the greatest ever. The only question is, could any Blue Lock striker actually score on this guy? Quick timeout. Before we dive into the next overpowered soccer player, if you think this video deserves a part 2, drop a comment and let me know who we should include. And while you're at it, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Alright, let's kick off! Kidou Yuuto might not be the fastest or flashiest player in Inazuma 11, but when it comes to strategy, this guy's on a whole nother level. He's the kind of player who can change the entire outcome of a match without even touching the ball. He first shows up as the captain of Teikoko Academy, where he's cold, serious, and feels like that scary rival no one wants to face. But after joining Raymond, everything changes. He goes from being a tough opponent to becoming the brains behind the team's biggest wins. From that point on, he's the mastermind behind almost every major match. Kidou plays in the midfield, and his biggest strength is his killer field vision, which is honestly just a fancy way of saying he reads the game like a chess master. While everyone else is reacting, Kidou already knows what's coming next, and that's how he controls the game. He's got some slick moves too. Illusion Ball is a cool trick where he makes the ball disappear for a moment, totally messing with defenders. Then there's Perfect Zone Press, a formation move that locks opponents into tight spaces. He also helped invent Twin Boost and Twin Boost F, powerful combo shots with Ichinose and Domon. He has a tactical vision too. He thinks 5 steps ahead and always keeps his cool. Even in the middle of tough matches, he's calm, collected, and already planning the next move. Fair to say, without him, Raimon, and Inazuma, Japan wouldn't be half as strong. As the story goes on, Kidou becomes a main part of Inazuma Japan, the team that represents Japan on the world stage. And no surprise, he's still the one calling plays and organizing the team. Mamoru Endo is a goalkeeper for Inazuma 11. He starts off as the captain of Ramon Junior High soccer team, which, let's be real, was falling apart at the start. But Endo's energy and passion for the game sparked something in everyone. He believed in his team, even when nobody else did. And because of him, Ramon became one of the strongest teams in the country. Let's talk about his skills. Endo is an egoist in the field. Well, kind of. One of his first big moves is God Hand, a glowing palm stop that looks epic and shuts down powerful shots. Later, he upgrades it to God Catch, which gives him more power and reach. But it doesn't stop there. He learns Fist of Justice, Majin the Hand, and the crazy strong Omega the Hand, a move powerful enough to block shots from pro-level strikers. Endo isn't just all instinct either. As the series goes on, he trains non-stop, studies other keepers, and keeps leveling up. Whether he's going up against the best striker in Japan or facing wild teams for other countries, Endo always finds a way to defend that goal. But what really makes him stand out is his mindset. You see, Endo never plays just for himself. He plays for the team. He pushes everyone to grow stronger and reminds them why they love the game in the first place. That's why he becomes the captain of Inazuma Japan, the team that goes on to challenge the world. And yeah, maybe he's not the strongest player on paper, but Endo has that charisma, and he's the kind of player who can boost teamwork and make everyone around him play better. Goenji Shuya is one of the main stars of Inazuma 11, and hands down, one of the coolest strikers in the series. He's calm and serious, and when it comes to scoring goals, this guy is a total monster. Not Bachra level though. From the moment he joins Raymond, Goenji becomes a game changer. As a forward, his strength lies in his powerful shooting techniques. His signature move, Fire Tornado, is a flaming mid-air kick that can blast through almost any defense. But that's just the beginning. As the story goes on, Goenji keeps evolving. He upgrades to Fire Tornado Double Drive, combining it with another striker to form even more firepower. Then there's Bakunetsu Storm and Bakunetsu Screw, 2 moves that show just how much Goenji can bring when it's time to score. Under the name Axel Blaze in the English version, Goenji becomes part of the international team Inazuma Japan, and even climbs the ranks to become a Holy Emperor. And he's still got the same firepower as always. He also masters Kashin Armed, which boosts his physical strength and technique even more. His Kashin, Lancelot, also boosts the power and accuracy of his already deadly shots. On top of that, Goenji has amazing field awareness, sharp reflexes, and always keeps a level head, even under pressure. He's the kind of striker who can turn the game around in one shot. I mean, this guy is known as the Flame Striker for a reason. Kojiro Hyuga is one of the most legendary rivals of Captain Tsubasa, and he's got that intense energy. He plays with raw power and emotion, and from day one, he's been one of Tsubasa's biggest challenges. Hyuga starts off as the striker for Meiwa FC, then goes on to lead Toho Academy. Even when he was young, his aggressive style and insane shot power were already good. His signature move, the Tiger Shot, is super fast and strong enough to blow past both defenders and goalies. He later upgrades it to the Neo Tiger Shot, which is even faster and more destructive. More than just shooting, Hyuga has insane physical strength, stamina, and a relentless drive to win. Unlike Tsubasa's technical and creative style, Hyuga plays with pure passion and force. He relies on power. And you see, Hyuga's got that hunger Jinpachi Ego talks about. Growing up in a poor family, he took soccer seriously to support his mother and siblings. That drive made him stronger, and it shows every time he steps on the field. As the story moves forward, Hyuga joins Japan's national youth team and later signs with Juventus in the World Youth arc. His rivalry with Tsubasa never fades, but there's always mutual respect. Basically, they push each other to get better. No matter the match or the stage, Hyuga goes all out. He's one of the strongest strikers in the series, and a fan favorite for a reason. Marc Snuffy is the master striker of Italy's Ubers and is known as the best all-around player in the world. People call him the Crown Messenger and the Phoenix because whenever he steps on the field, Ubers' whole game changes. He takes full control. Unlike flashy strikers like Lavigno or Chris Prince, Snuffy plays more like a watchman. He's not trying to score all the goals himself. Instead, he focuses on helping his team play at their best. He makes sure every plan is carried out the right way. He's the brains behind Ubers' system, and under his lead, every player does their job really well. His analytical metavision is one of the best we've seen, even stronger than Isagi's or Kaiser's. He reads the field clearly and can switch strategies in the middle of a play if one of his oh-so-many attacking options gets blocked. His ball control is top-notch, thanks to a unique style inspired by Jujutsu. Snuffy uses martial arts principles like balance, core strength, and body mechanics to dominate even world-class players. When Noah and Isagi try to trap him, he simply shifts his weight, uses his arms smartly, and keeps the ball without breaking a sweat. And he's just as dangerous when he doesn't have the ball. His movement off the ball is top tier. He slips into open spaces easily and makes defenders lose track of him before they even notice. It's kinda like Otoya's ninja stealth walk, but even better. Even players with strong vision can't follow him well, and stopping him is a whole other challenge. Snuffy's so dominant that even Noel Noa, the world's top striker, admits there's no clear way to shut him down. Noah's advice during their match? Just survive 3 minutes. That's how dangerous Snuffy is. Bastard Munchen sends Raichi in to counter him, but he can only stop 1 or 2 plays. Snuffy always has more tricks ready. To Snuffy, soccer is a job. Ubers is like a corporation. Matches are business deals, and he acts like the president. He tells his team to treat the game like professionals. That mindset came from his past. After losing his best friend, Mick Moon, Snuffy realized soccer couldn't be his whole life. He was planning to retire after winning Serie A. He had already won 4 major leagues, and a lot of fans think he takes inspiration from players like Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Luka Modric, or Andrea Pirlo. But in the end, Barrow brings back Snuffy's ego. That makes Snuffy drop his retirement plan. Now, he chooses to keep playing, and this time, as an even more dangerous egoist. If you're curious how Barrow pulled that off and how he hijacked Snuffy's team, check out this video where we explain every Ubers player in Blue Lock in just a few minutes. Noel Noa is Blue Lock's #1 striker in the world. He's the master striker for Bastard Munchen and the rival of Blue Lock's big boss, Jinpachi Ego. And this man crushed the competition. In the UEFA Men's Player of the Year award, Noah ranked first with 882 votes. Chris Prince, in second place, only got 201. That gap tells you everything. This genius is literally built for football. His body, movements, and thinking are all focused on rational thinking and goal perfection. He doesn't care about being called the best. Titles don't mean anything to him. Noah is just crazy about football. He lives for the game. His whole day is built around improving. Even getting out of bed is part of his plan to get better. It's like he's obsessed. Noah's ego is one of the strongest in the series too. This genius wants rivals, players who can challenge him, threaten him, and force him to evolve. That's the real reason he joined the Neo-Egoist League. It wasn't for Bastard Munchen. It wasn't even for Blue Lock. It was to awaken Kaiser and make it so that Kaiser would force him to get even stronger. Funny enough, Kaiser once joked that Noah acts like he's the main character of a shonen anime. And honestly, it kinda fits. Noah grew up in the poor areas of France and put everything on the line for football. He didn't get lucky. He worked for it through pain, hunger, and pure determination. He really went from nothing to the top. He's Blue Lock's real zero to hero story. Noah's mechanical dribbling has no wasted movement. And physically, he blends speed and power better than anyone, but his deadliest weapon is something most players can only dream of. He's ambidextrous. He can shoot, dribble, and pass with both feet at full power. Only 1% of players in the world can do that. Even though he's only scored once in the Neo Egoist League, just having him on the field changes the game. When he played against Paris X-Gen, Tokimitsu had to foul him just to stop him. Chris Prince even came up with a whole new shot just to keep up. That's how crazy strong Noah is. But now that you've seen anime's most overpowered soccer players, it's time to dive deeper into the Neo Egoist League, its teams, players, and the wild concepts behind Blue Lock. Curious about the geniuses and talented learners? Click the videos on your screen now.